my god, this quarantine shit has me all messed up. All right, let's get to this. Oh, look, a message from TRAPT on Twitter. Let me see what it could... Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Anthony Esparza, and thank you so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. As always, I very much appreciate it. We got some drama to talk about today, but before we get started, I just want to remind you guys to hit that subscribe button because I got some killer videos coming out in the next couple weeks. Due to this whole kind of stay-at-home order that we're having here in California, I'm able to work on a lot more content. I got some really cool guitar videos coming up, including my cover of ZZ Top's Sharp Dressed Man in more of a Devil Driver, Pantera, Killswitch Engage kind of manner, and I also got a top Slipknot riffs video coming out as well. Lots of really cool stuff that you guys are gonna dig, and I can't wait to share them with you guys. However, I do have to kind of stop what I'm doing there because I felt that this was a little interesting. I have to touch on this. I have to touch on this. So for those of you who have been living under a rock, lead singer of TRAPT, Mr. Chris Brown, has had somewhat of a meltdown on the band's Twitter page over the last couple weeks, beginning in pretty much when we started quarantine here in the US. This dude just fucking went insane on Twitter, and you know, your boy had to jump in on the fun a little bit. So how I'm gonna approach this rant is I'm gonna talk about what's kickstarted this shit. I'm gonna talk about my reaction and what I tweeted out to this fucker, and talk about pretty much why he feels that he's being bullied for his political views, and I'm gonna explain why that's not the case at all. People are jumping on Chris Brown because of his behavior and the dumb shit he's saying that's not political. So this all started in mid-March when Captain America himself, Chris Evans, posted a tweet regarding his criticism against President Trump and his handling of the coronavirus outbreak, and a press conference in which he was discussing said matter. That's when Chris Brown from TRAPT decided to hop on the band's Twitter page and criticize Captain America himself, and pretty much just say that you don't know what the fuck you're talking about and you're an idiot. That's basically the gist of the tweet. Now, in attacking Chris Evans' political viewpoints, Chris Brown had polarized his own audience, his own Twitter followers, his own fan base, and pretty much divided his fan base amongst those who are Bernie bros and the left-wing liberals and the people who he approved of, which are Republican right-wing viewers. And it's just fucking insane that anybody who has this kind of platform would use their following in this kind of way. So that's when the extreme metal scene, the metalcore bands, the metal scene bands, pretty much anybody who isn't in TRAPT decided to attack TRAPT. And it was so hilarious. You had guys from Dance Gavin Dance to Trivium to fucking Power Trip just slam the band for what they were saying, the ridiculous shit they were saying. Okay, so before I get into this next part, I have to explain who TRAPT is, who Chris Brown is. TRAPT is a generic ass vanilla rock band that was described as an alternative rock or new metal band from 2003 who has had a total of one hit so far. They are a one-hit fucking wonder band, and the one song that they're famous for is the most generic vanilla pop rock song that's ever been played on any hard rock station. Maybe you might have heard of it. I'm not going to post it on here because I don't want to add to their revenue or their millions of streams or their millions of plays on fucking Pandora, which we're going to get into in a minute. But the song I'm talking about, if you don't know, is Headstrong will take you on. Headstrong will take on anyone. I know that you are wrong. Headstrong. Headstrong. I'm not even fucking joking. I'm not over exaggerating. That was the very first rock song that I've ever hated in my life. That song came out 3 years after I just got into rock music, and at that point I was liking a lot of rock bands. I was being introduced to a lot of rock and metal bands. That song came out and I was like, that song is fucking irritating. That song makes me want to shit myself. That song makes my ass itch when I hear it. That song makes me want to wash my feet. That song makes me want to punch myself in the nose. That song makes me want to hop off a fucking cliff. That's that song. So since this whole debacle has started, Chris Brown, who is pretty much running the TRAPT Twitter page at this point, and I feel like he has his own bands hostage and they can't retort or reply or defend themselves in any fucking way whatsoever because we really have not heard from anybody else in the band but fucking Chris Brown. That's some weird fucking get out shit that's going on with that band. So since then, Chris Brown has pretty much trashed on any band or any artist that's kind of stepped up to him. And not just bands or artists, really anybody, any just random Joe Twitter follower, including your boy. And pretty much just brags about his own success, brags about being a one-hit wonder band, brags about his Pandora numbers. Pandora's still a fucking thing? Bro, like, you're just bragging about one fucking song that came out goddamn 20 years ago. I'm not gonna take away from this dude's success. It is difficult as fuck to write a catchy ass song. And as much as I hate that song, I'm not gonna dog on anybody who likes that song. There's a reason why it's a classic. There's a reason why that song gets so many hits. I'm not gonna dog on it. I'm not a fan of it, but hey, that's just me. But if you're a trap fan, I'm not dogging on you. This video is not me trashing on Chris Brown's political views or their fan base, which is a whole other fucking story. So then the basis of Trivium hops in and starts kind of trolling Chris Brown, and it was a blast, by the way. And Chris Brown just got super triggered by this. He was like, well, who the fuck is this band? And well, they're not even relevant, and this guy's just trying to be relevant by attacking me. Bro, you haven't had a hit song in 18 years. 95% of the rock community has forgot about your band. Trivium has been on tour for just about the same amount of time, and they've had a larger amount of success than you, aside from the one-hit wonder, and they're still relevant. Have you not seen Matt Heafy's Twitch channel? That shit is fucking insane. So you know what? Your boy had to hop in, and I pretty much jumped in at a point, and I'm gonna read the tweet right now. I'm gonna read what he wrote, I'm gonna read what Paulo from Trivium wrote, I'm gonna read what I wrote, and just kind of show you how I pretty much went from this to getting blocked by the band's Twitter page. So Paulo from Trivium wrote on March 26th, I get to pick 10 songs that are gonna get played on Octane. I wonder if they will play Headstrong if picked 10 times. That's when Chris Brown from TRAPT writes, this bass player from Metallica cover band Trivium is obsessed with tweeting about TRAPT. So weird, for like a week now. Oh, and it's also weird how some metal bands get played so little on Pandora, a music site that allows people to rate music. Guess that's why. And then your boy hopped in. You guys are the room of rock music. What's sad is that everyone is in on the joke but you. And it's true. If you look at how Tommy Wiseau's The Room is treated, that's basically how TRAPT is being treated. That's why they're trending. That's why their numbers are going up, because everybody just wants to see how big of a fucking joke this band is becoming. And then Chris Brown retorts with a masterful trolling response, then your band must be the biggest laugh of all. And that's when I said, not according to your Twitter feed. Okay, so at this point, I'm basically like, this dude is just trying to be relevant again. He's just trying to be relevant again. He's trying to get under the skin of a lot of people who oppose his political beliefs. And I'm not going to disagree with the dude. This is a very politically hot climate. There's a lot of fucking hate and a lot of anger in the air. I am not a supporter of Donald Trump, and I am very vocal about not being a supporter of Donald Trump. However, when it comes to my friends who support Donald Trump, I'm not going to tell them to kiss my ass. We normally just have conversations, and I do have right-wing leanings. There are some aspects of the Republican mentality that I do essentially agree with, because I think it's important as a society, as an American society, that we all kind of take a little bit from everything and apply it to our own political stances. I'm not dogging this dude's political beliefs. If you notice in this video, I'm not attacking his beliefs on Trump. I'm attacking the dumb shit this motherfucker's saying. And I had to go to the band's Facebook page, and I had to pull this up because this is just one of those things where I think he's kind of coursing the band's followers and his supporters into thinking that people who are opposing him are actually against his political beliefs. And in a way, he's not really wrong. But I don't think Chris Brown himself quite understands why people don't like what the fuck he's saying. So this is from the band's Facebook page. It is so hilarious and at the same time sad to see so many people who you know were bullied big time growing up salivating at the chance to try and bully someone else now that they've grown up and are desperately trying to fit in anywhere they can, you know, like a metal or metalcore scene. Okay, there's a couple points in there. One, if somebody was bullied when they were a kid, wouldn't you have a little bit more sympathy for them, because that probably psychologically fucked them up a little bit? Maybe that either made them tougher or it made them a little more apprehensive as to dealings with other human beings, such as this fucking motherfucker. Trying to say desperately trying to fit anywhere they can. Dude, a lot of people turn to rock music and to metal music and to the metal scene and the rock scenes because they don't fit in anywhere else. They don't fit in at school. They're not fitting in with the society that's being built around them, so they have to go somewhere to fit in. Motherfucker, you are building a community right now where people who don't agree with leftist viewpoints want to go to fit in. On top of that, this fucker is saying all kinds of shit, including justifying pedophilia, justifying a relationship of an underage kid with an adult, and saying women can't rape men. Like, you're subjecting sexual assault to a certain demographic. Like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? It's hard for me to believe that this dude, Chris Taylor Brown, hard for me to believe that he actually believes in this shit. Like, I just feel like he's doing this just for publicity's sake, that for him, all publicity is good publicity. Speaking of which, there's some breaking news regarding this situation. This motherfucker was just interviewed on Lamb Goat, and his interview is insane. For one, you could tell the dude who's interviewing him just wants to laugh his ass off. I don't give a shit what the fuck he says. You could tell that the fucking dude who's interviewing him is not digging Chris Brown's fucking opinions at all. If you are just as bugged or as curious about the situation as anybody else, you have to check this fucking interview out. It is worth a sit down on your couch and a bag of popcorn. You want to watch a crazy motherfucker talk? Check this shit out. Seriously, he looks like he would be singing for Smash Mouth. He looks like Dad Rock if Dad Rock was a person. He looks like he's having a midlife crisis and trying to relate to a son who's in a rock band. He looks like he plays in a rockabilly band. But I think the biggest thing that bothers me about this band is just how stereotypical of a lead singer this dude is coming up. Seriously, nobody cares that the fucking singer of Headstrong voted for Trump. So to conclude this little rant, last night hopped on Twitter, wanted to see what the updates were on this whole situation, considering I was going to make a video about it today, and lo and behold, your boy was blocked. I have joined the ranks of the elite. This fucking douchebag is just blocking people who disagree with him. He's just blocking random fucking people. And not only that, but he made the band's Facebook page a private page, so nobody who doesn't like the page can't comment. I'm like, doesn't it negate the point of bragging about being a public figure? Anyways, I hope I didn't offend any of you TRAPT fans, but please, I mean, the dude's saying really dumb shit, so you gotta excuse the rest of the world for kind of dumping on them. You say dumb shit, you're gonna get shit. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this little rant video that I put together. I hope you guys are all being safe during this really dark time that we're all going through right now. I hope you guys are rediscovering hobbies, you guys are rediscovering interests, you guys are developing new hobbies, new skills during this time, and using your time wisely. You know, don't just sit down and watch Netflix, although you can do that, but you know, go learn some shit, go try some shit, get into some shit, you know, have some fun. Because really, that's all you can do at this point. You guys have a wonderful day. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I got some really cool content coming up very soon. I got a ZZ Top metal cover video coming up soon. I got top Slipknot riffs of all time, my favorites, coming up for you guys as well. We're gonna have a lot of fun with a lot of these upcoming videos, and I'm about to start working on them pretty much today. But you know, your boy had to come up in here and brag about this shit. Anyways, you guys be safe, wash your ass, wash your hands, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.